The 2026 Ferrari Purosangue is not just another luxury SUV entering the market. It is Ferrari stepping into a world many people once believed it would never enter. For decades, Ferrari represented low-slung supercars, screaming V12 engines, racetrack-inspired engineering, and pure performance emotion. The idea of Ferrari building a four-door SUV once sounded impossible to loyal enthusiasts, but then Ferrari introduced the Purosangue, and suddenly, the conversation changed completely. Because Ferrari did not build a traditional SUV, they built something that feels like a supercar, wearing the body of a grand touring crossover, a machine that combines luxury, practicality, and brutal performance in a way only Ferrari could attempt. And in 2026, the Purosangue feels more refined, more aggressive, and more confident than ever before. The first time you see the 2026 Ferrari Purosangue in person, the road presence is impossible to ignore. It sits higher than a normal Ferrari, yet it still carries that unmistakable Ferrari DNA in every angle. The body lines are sharp and muscular. The long hood gives it a dramatic front profile, while the rear stance feels wide and planted like a performance machine, ready to attack the road. Unlike many luxury SUVs that focus mainly on size and bulk, the Purosangue feels athletic. Every curve seems sculpted for airflow and movement rather than simple decoration. The front fascia is extremely aggressive. The slim headlights give it a futuristic expression, while the aerodynamic channels around the bumper make it look almost alive. From the side, the proportions are unique because Ferrari avoided making the vehicle look boxy or heavy. Instead, the roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, creating a coupe-like silhouette that still feels practical. And then there are the rear doors. Ferrari's rear-hinged coach doors completely change the personality of the car. The moment they open, the Purosangue suddenly feels elegant and dramatic at the same time. It creates a luxury experience that immediately separates it from ordinary SUV. But no matter how luxurious it looks, the soul of the Purosangue still comes from one thing: the engine. And this is where Ferrari shocked the entire automotive world. Instead of using a smaller turbocharged engine or hybrid Donnelly setup, Ferrari gave the Purosangue a naturally aspirated V12 in a modern era filled with downsizing and electrification. Ferrari decided to preserve one of the greatest engine experiences left in the automotive industry. The 6.5-liter V12 engine in the 2026 Purosangue is pure emotion. It produces massive horsepower, explosive acceleration, and a soundtrack that feels almost unreal coming from a four-door luxury vehicle. The moment you start the engine, the car immediately reminds you that this is not a normal SUV. The sound is deep at idle, but once the revs climb, it transforms into that unmistakable Ferrari scream that sends chills through every car enthusiast. And what makes it even more special is how naturally the power builds. Turbocharged engines often deliver power in sudden waves, but this V12 climbs smoothly and endlessly toward high RPMs. The faster it revs, the more emotional it becomes. Driving the Purosangue feels completely different from driving other luxury SUVs. Most SUVs prioritize comfort first and performance second. Ferrari reversed that philosophy. The Purosangue feels like a sports car that simply happens to have more space and ground clearance. The steering is incredibly sharp for a vehicle of this size. The chassis feels controlled and balanced, and when you enter corners, the car hides its weight surprisingly well. It almost tricks your brain into forgetting that you are driving a four-door vehicle. Acceleration is violent in the best possible way. The V12 launches the Purosangue forward with relentless force, and because the engine revs so freely, the experience feels alive rather than mechanical. On highways, the car becomes an effortless grand tourer. It cruises smoothly, remains stable at high speed, and delivers power instantly whenever you touch the throttle. Overtaking feels instant. The engine never feels stressed. But the real surprise is how emotional the car feels during normal driving. Even at lower speeds, there is always a sense of occasion. Every throttle input, every gear change, and every engine sound reminds you that this is still a Ferrari at heart. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is another area where the 2026 Purosangue separates itself from traditional SUV. The cabin feels luxurious, futuristic, and driver-focused at the same time. Ferrari avoided creating a simple luxury lounge. Instead, they designed an environment that keeps the driver emotionally connected to the machine. The dashboard wraps around both front occupants, creating a cockpit, feeling even for the passenger. The materials are exceptional. Premium leather, carbon fiber, aluminum accents, and beautifully stitched surfaces create an atmosphere that feels expensive without becoming overly flashy. The seats are designed for comfort during long journeys, but still provide strong support during aggressive driving. Rear passengers finally get genuine space, which is something Ferrari owners rarely experienced in traditional Ferrari models. Technology inside the Purosangue is modern but not overwhelming. Ferrari focuses on keeping the driving experience central rather than turning the cabin into a giant touchscreen display. The digital interfaces are clean, responsive, and integrated naturally into the design. The driving modes allow the car to adapt to different environments, from comfortable touring to aggressive performance driving. But even in comfort mode, the car never completely hides its sporty personality. That personality is always present. Suspension technology on the 2026 Purosangue is one of the most impressive parts of the vehicle. Ferrari developed an advanced active suspension system that constantly adjusts body movement and road response. The result is a vehicle that remains comfortable during normal driving while still feeling incredibly controlled during hard cornering. Body roll is minimal. The vehicle stays composed even during aggressive maneuvers. And this creates a strange but addictive experience because your eyes see an SUV, but your body feels something much closer to a sports car. Now obviously, the Purosangue is not designed for serious off-road adventures like a traditional SUV. It has all-wheel drive and enough ground clearance for rough roads and bad weather. But its true environment is smooth asphalt, mountain roads, and long-distance grand touring. This is a Ferrari designed for people who want performance every single day without sacrificing practicality. And practicality is actually one of the biggest reasons the Purosangue matters. For the first time, Ferrari owners can enjoy Ferrari performance while carrying family, luggage, and everyday necessities comfortably. It transforms Ferrari ownership from an occasional experience into something usable daily. Fuel economy, of course, is not the priority here. A naturally aspirated V12 is built for emotion, not efficiency. But buyers of this vehicle are not looking for economy numbers. They are buying an experience few vehicles on Earth can offer. And honestly, there is nothing else quite like the Purosangue. Other luxury performance SUVs may be faster in certain situations. Some may have more technology or bigger screens, but none of them feel exactly like this. Because Ferrari did not simply build an SUV, they built a Ferrari first. That difference changes everything. The sound, the steering feel, the throttle response, the emotional character, all of it reminds you constantly that this vehicle comes from a company with racing in its blood. And in 2026, that emotional identity feels more important than ever. Modern cars are becoming quieter, more digital, and more isolated from drivers. But the Purosangue still feels alive. It still communicates. It still creates excitement every time you start the engine. That is what makes it special. Not just the speed, not just the luxury, but the emotion. The Ferrari Purosangue represents a bold new chapter for Ferrari, but it also proves something important. Performance and practicality do not have to destroy passion. If engineered correctly, they can exist together, and that is exactly what Ferrari achieved here. The 2026 Purosangue is brutal, elegant, fast, emotional, luxurious, and unforgettable all at once. It is not just a new Ferrari, it is one of the most important Ferraris of the modern era, because it changed what people believed Ferrari could become, without losing what made Ferrari legendary in the first place.